little bit. Let's see what we can take care of. All right, and we are back live. Continuing where we were, looks like we got our defense team and our offense teams both ready to go. Defense looks like they're going to do a hard hold. They got Vex on Bastion. Paused the game yet again, trying to figure out what's going on. Looks as though someone has left the game. Teams haven't set up properly, and we're running into a couple of technical issues, but we will be seeing what we can get done right here. So it appears as though both of our teams are set up. Our defensive team looks like they're going to be trying to hold pretty hard. They got a Roadhog. They had a Reinhardt who just disconnected. We're all trying to make sure we can get this taken care of. They have their Bastion. 1% ult charge going back to 0 is going to be a little rough, but we'll figure it out. And there is our numbered friend joining back in. Everything appears as though it will be going according to plan as of now. No more crashes, no more weird stuff going on, no more running out of render and capture capabilities, no more encoding problems. Gonna restart the game just to make sure that we can get everybody on the same page because one of the teammates is currently in the spawn room. Match is going to be restarted about now. And there is our restart. And it looks though everybody's finally getting to grips. On defense, we have Numbers, Pika, and at Cat, Peanut and Cake Please, and Vex. Looks like they're going for a pretty standard defense, except for the Tracer. That's not something you very often see in defense, but it could work really well for stalling points. Peanutter is trying to figure out what tank his team wants him to be right about now. That Roadhog could be very helpful. That Orisa could also do a really good job. And if he's a competent Widow, they don't even need a second tank because they'll be able to take care of all of the enemy team without any issues going on. On offense, we're gonna have looks like we're gonna have a Pharaoh, Winston, Hog. No Reinhardt. It's not something you very often see. Got the Mercy and a combo. There's a lot of healing to go for those two tanks who look like they might need it with all of this extra, with no Reinhardt to hold them back.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
And then they have their Soldier and Pharah for that high damage. Pharmacy could be a high possibility here, but we aren't quite sure what's gonna go on. So we'll see what happens as the time comes. Defense looks like they're going to be setting up on top. Very common strategy. Wait for the team to round the corner. Give them that much space and then drop down if they make it to you. But we'll see exactly what goes on here. That Pharah could do a really good job of countering Vex and his Bastion turret form, but we can't say for sure. And there we go. Pharah knocks them all out, but is taken out almost instantly. Reinhardt gets knocked down, trying to deal with that Hog, doing a pretty good job. Gets hooked out of it though before he can take out the Soldier. Looks like there's an all-out team fight going on right now. A lot more competitive than it had been in the past. Vex is completely oblivious to what's behind him, the entire enemy team, while trying to keep the payload from moving. Picks up that healing pot. Bear's doing alright, got a lot of health on her. She's taking a couple pot shots from behind. Hog takes out the soldier after the soldier takes out Vex in his turret form. Looks like that's pretty even trade right now. Nobody is... Oh, 2 people are pushing the payload. And the payload goes all the way to the first point without the defense team even noticing it because they were too caught up in the team fight. That team gets a little more presence on the payload. They could hold it a lot harder because it looks like only Ana and Tracer were the ones pushing. But by this point, offense has picked up a lot of their ults and are just doing some heavy damage. Roadhog looking for the hook, unable to find it. Offense is still playing very aggressive. Defense needs to fall back and group up, but it looks like they are still trying to hold the home front. That Hog getting some nice hooks, unable to confirm the kill, and he goes down in the line of combat. Winston jumps in, monkey madness all over the place. Team isn't doing much about him. Soldier ult going on right now. Zenyatta to counter all the offensive ults, but it is not going to be enough. Pharah takes a pick. Looks like it's just a couple of offense on the point right now, but they could... Oh, offense has gotten a mercy res, taking back 2 of their members. And it looks like with both those tanks, they are going to be able to push this second point almost flawlessly. Battle Mercy coming in. Mercy makes a res, only gets 1 person, Hail Mary, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough for this team right now. Earthshatter with 3 people on the very edge of it, but unable to confirm any of the kills, a little too caught up in what's going on. And it looks like offense is going to take this second point yet again very easily. They have 5 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock, but we do not know what could or could not happen here. Pharah going hard on the defense. Maybe she's going to loop around, or she's just going to go head on, dealing as much damage as possible, trying to get the squishies out of the way. Soldier's looping around, but Pharah spots her, tries to deal some damage. Reinhardt's holding up his shield, and defense has finally regrouped right before the last point. Let's see if they can take out the enemy team, or if the team has enough figured out that they can do it. Pharah's up in the air, nobody contesting. Mercy is down. Pharah takes her out very easily. Soldier ults, but is unable to take out the Pharah. Hog takes out Soldier. Soldier takes out Ana and Mercy. Pharah dies due to some consequences. And it looks like defense is going to hold here. And the offense is going to have to fall back and regroup. But they do have 5, almost 6 of their ults right now. And now they have full ults. And they can make a pretty easy push. 30 seconds to win if they can get all of those off, but they still have 4 minutes, so they could very easily space it out if this Hail Mary does not work out as the way they intend it. Misses the hook on Vex. Vex is walking away, but still dealing some damage. Hog does not confirm the kill. Looks like Soldier just got a little too far away. Dealing some damage from a distance. Let's cut to her perspective. Tracer on defense almost has her ult up. Let's see if she takes out the Hog with it. No, she's saving it for another day. Maybe when they can get the team all together on the point. Not getting too far behind as a flanker, but staying on the front lines and just dealing some distance damage in what's going on. That's some flanking right there. Hog's got the ult, not doing much. The team steps behind the wall. There's the Winston ult. Brian is asleep and gone. There's the Mercy res, picking up 2 of their fallen comrades. There's a Zen ult falling back on it. Soldier has been Ana ulted, but he gets taken out. It looks like Vex is picking up some easy kills here, and he's going to be able to hold it for his team. Winston not quite going down. Vex is seeking the kill, but running back into the team. He knows when to fall back, and he does it. Sits back on the point, going to get some healing and make sure that he can be with the rest of the team the next time that they come up. Defense having a really rough time in the first half of this match, but they are holding really hard right here. Haven't been using too much of that distance to run back from spawn, but they are doing a great job of just dealing damage and stopping. team from pushing. Vex is down. Their heavy damage dealer's already out. Hog is asleep. Gets knocked onto the point. Hooks the other Hog down, who is discorded, but it looks like Peanutter is out of the game. Ryan gets one with it. Is he going to take out? No, he can't get it. He can't confirm the kill. But offense is getting some extra kills on that push, and they might be able to take this right here. They play it right. Ryan, no shield, getting falling back. Tons of kills are getting picked up here. It doesn't look like much is going to happen. Zen getting cornered by the Hog ult. And the point is in, and that is round 1 complete. Offense takes it with 1 minute and 34 left.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
All right. Mirror match time. We're going to see what the offense has in store. Buds looks like they've been having a little bit of rough time, but they got their act together at the end of that. So they're going to be taking care of all of this, and we'll see how much they can do. Looks like defense is going to go for a really hard hold. They got that Symmetra going on. Don't know if they're going to pick up a second healer, but they could very easily deal with just one if they have that Mercy on it. Offense has their lineup. Looks pretty similar to their last comp. You got the Ryan and the Winston for the double shields. They have a Tracer for some easy flanking if they can get that off. Got a Zarya that can work really well with that Tracer ult if they can combine them. And that Zarya is going to pop some nice shields for their team as well. Defense also has a pretty similar comp to what they had. They have their... They have a Reinhardt now instead of a Winston, but everything else is the same except for Anna being switched out to a Symmetra. So pretty similar to what they had last round. Symmetra already has a couple turrets up, ready for the team to go out. Looks like Zen's probably going to place himself on that. Going to place his Orb of Harmony on that Pharah, and we're going to see exactly what goes on. Teams are out of the gate. Winston doing a great job of cleaning up those Symmetra turrets. No hassle. Pharah versus Pharah in the air. We're not sure what's gonna take place here. Hog was looking for a hook, unable to find it. Just peeking on the team maybe. There's a Fire Strike. Doesn't hit anybody. Winston jumping in, disrupting as he is known to do. Taken out very quickly by the Pharah though. And then there's the Zen going down very quickly. Zarya is already out. Looks like the only person left near the point is Mercy. And if she gets picked off, this team's going to have to wait another 10 seconds to do anything. Pharah is unable to disrupt as well as the previous attacks Pharah, but she is still trying to do some work. You can just shoot some rockets in there and get some damage on. Not going to matter if she can confirm a kill or not, but if she can get... Oh, there's the Rhine with the excellent charge. Takes her out very easily. Holding his shield no matter what's going on. The Mercy res didn't look like it did much, though. That's 3. Ryan charges off the edge, taking Zen with him. That's going to be a little bad for their team. Unless CompuGlobalHype can really just hold this point super hard. Pharah's down during the ult. Justice can't reign from too high above ground level today. Looks like... Oh, Hog is down. Ryan is back and just dealing some heavy damage. Probably they have a Symmetra teleporter somewhere in the realm. And there's the Pharah ult for Team CompuGlobalHype. Unable to do anything with it because she's so easy to pick off during that point in time. That's an excellent Mercy res. Picking up 2, maybe 3. Winston's taken down. It looks like defense is going to hold here. They're doing a pretty hard hold, so see what ends up happening. Only person left is Zarya, and she is just going at it. But it doesn't look like she's going to be able to do much with 4 people on her. And she's out of commission. Winston sitting there giving Soldier some free ult charge. Not going to confirm a kill on him because he's in spawn, but Soldier's got 50% of his ult off of that easy pick. And Winston's charging in. The Zen ult did little to nothing from being in spawn. But the team has just been pushed back so far. They are in desperation. Soldier tracks down Lucio, and does he take him out? Unable to confirm the kill so far. There it is. Soldier tracks him down and confirms the kill. We have a Zarya ult. Doesn't do much because of that Rhine shield. We have Sean ulting all over the place, picking up some kills. The triple kill on his part. Winston's just hiding, and there's the quadruple. Nothing says play of the game material like ulting in on a team that's completely unaware. Offense is switching up their team comp quite a bit. They got Officer Diva ready to come in and patrol the streets. We'll see what happens. Going straight after the Pharah. Doesn't do much damage, but gets her off of the team's back for now. That's a Rhinehammer if I've ever seen one. Team is in overtime, pushing as hard as they can. Pharah ults from behind. The entire team is gone except for Diva and Vex. And Vex is not able to get on the point. And that is match complete. Overwhelming victory for Team CompuGlobalHype. Running at a solid 3-0. CompuGlobalHype takes that first round. Daxter with the play of the game. Let's see what happens here. Takes out the Rhine, takes out the Sleeping Hog. Hooks and takes out Vex, and then takes out the Tracer. He went pretty hard, and their work looks like it paid off. Alrighty. Well, that's enough for round 1. Let's see what ends up happening for the next round. Teams are going to go back into their pick and ban phase for the maps, and we'll see exactly what they want to do. It looks like they're going to be taking a quick break. So we're going to sit back and wait just a couple minutes for that to happen.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
All right, it looks like we are about to get back into another match for these two teams. Match is going to be a King of the Hill match on Nepal. It's going to be pretty interesting to see. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and we are kicking this off. Let's cut to the game.
Traveling to Nepal.
All right, looks like we're going to be starting in the village. Honest shame that these maps only consist of fighting in the centermost point, because look at how beautiful that architecture and that map design is, and it's completely symmetrical for these two sides. Got your red side and your blue side. Red side this time is going to be Team Spud Buds, and the blue side is going to be Team CompuGlobalHype. And there's the blue team with the red buildings and the red team over there with the blue buildings. Looks like they are building their comps right now, 20 seconds before they rush in and it all goes down. Lowest level of Nepal. Be kicking off here in 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we are off. Looks like Team Spud Buds, pretty nice comp. They got their 2 tanks, 2 healers, got a high damage dealer with Vex. All right, Farah on the enemy team, just like last game, doing a great job of disrupting that team. Can't pick off the soldier, even with the hook. He is just staying alive. Daxter goes down. Looks like blue is down 1 person, but the disruption is going hard with Jonkar. Red team capturing the point, contesting it, but they got 3 on. Battle on the point, and red team takes the point in the beginning of the match with a little bit of contention, but they take it pretty hard right there. Let's see how blue team comes back from this. There's a turnaround from last game where CompuGlobalHype did amazingly with no contention. It looks like Spud Buds found their stride and is sticking to it. Unable to confirm the kill on the Lucio. Point being contested just by Winston, who's running in and disrupting the enemy team, but he is down. Still just picking off kills. Soldier goes down after the ult. Squid run a little low on health, but he is just making it out of dodge. Rocket barrage going on, but nobody takes her out of it. And it looks like CompuGlobalHype is going to cap this point. Mercy taken out on the way to make it away. Now we play the waiting game for the red team to recoup and get back. Pika just trying to flank, but gets countered by that Winston a little hard. It's taken out by the Hog, a 1 shot into the head. Not a fun thing to deal with, being such a low health character. Daxter taking out numbers and dealing some damage to Peanut, but he's just getting free ult charge off of that healing. And it looks like, and Vex drops the ult, unable to confirm anything due to the Lucio ult. That's a very angry Winston. Looks like he's just trying to push people off the point. Lucio dealing some damage as a support. Right, looks like CompuHype is just holding this point pretty hard right now. Once they grab it, they are just not letting go. They are pushing up to the choke so that Team Spudbuds does not have any leeway to make it in. Grabs one with the Earth Shatter, but it's not going to be enough because the entire team's on him. There's a lovely Zen ult taking place. Tracer ult doesn't do any damage, unable to pick anything off, but there is the heavy Spudbuds. Spudbuds take the point. And Team CompuGlobalHype has to fall back just a little bit to regroup, but it looks like they are going to try to come back with one more push. And whichever team takes this push is going to take the match. And right now, it looks like it is anybody's game. Both teams only have a Mercy Res and a DPS ult. We will see what's going on. Winston has jumped into the ult. Tracer trying to do some work, but not doing much. Uses a recall really early. Spudbuds taking some heavy damage. DPS ults are getting dropped, and it looks like CompuGlobalHype. No, there's the Mercy Res picking up a lot of her fallen teammates. But it looks like Soldier's going uncontested right now. And now he goes down. There's the Zen ult versus the Lucio ult. And the Winston jumping out. Angry Monkey. Trying to do anything to keep that point from going straight to Spudbuds. One good shot could take out that Winston, but he can't land it. CompuGlobalHype is taking this point. Vex is on there trying to stop it from happening. Catfish takes him out. Battle Mercy all the way. And the first round after a hardcore tiebreaker goes to CompuGlobalHype.
Score 1-0.
And the attack is on. Teams look to have roughly the same comp as before. So it's going to be pretty similar, but it's all going to be how these Roadhogs can hook people off the map. That could be some heavy damage. Winston's ready to just jump in on it. But he is losing some health, jumping onto the point. Very low. Looks like GlobalHype is just jumping straight around left side, trying to catch the team off guard and stop them. And CompuGlobalHype is taking that point uncontested. And Lucio steps on it and just picks it up. And that's the point. Spudbuds is still doing some work though, and they're not over yet. Alright, Spudbud's pushing in pretty hard, but Tracer's getting wrecked by that Winston. He doesn't do a ton of damage, but to her, not a ton is very detrimental. And she gets pushed off, but blinks back on, knowing her position. Staying on the point, Tracer's the only one on there. Diva comes in with her. The ult just to get the point, and they can't take it yet, but Winston's the only one on. And there it goes. Winston jumps off just to give them enough time to grab that point. And if they can hold this, it can do a pretty good job. Downside of holding that point, though, is you can't really regroup. So this team is going to be stuck with whatever they have. Hook into the ult, but Peanutter only takes out Daxter. Winston falls down without his leap. But the push is still alive and ready. Pharmercy on the point, just trying to deal some damage. Battle Mercy doing some damage. Tracer is still just blinking around the place. Nobody's able to take her out. Winston is jumping in. And CompuGlobalHype takes the point back at around the same point that they lost it. Spud is going to be regrouping here to see if they can get another real good push and just take it all out. That's a very aggressive ult right there, countered by the D.Va and the Rhine shields. Nobody's dead yet on either side, but we got 2 ults on offense, 3 ults on offense, and 2 ults on defense. Another defensive ult. Ulting to get that valuable time back. Numbers only able to ult inside that shield, but deals some damage with it. Not before the beat is dropped, though. Spud is getting on the point, having some heavy presence, but just having 1 or 2 people from CompuHype on this point is going to make it real bad for them. And it looks like they are... Oh, there's the Mercy ult, picking up 3 of their teammates. Ryan gets booped off the edge. There's the D.Va ult, taking out 2 of them. Tracer goes down, but they're able to take this point. They might not be able to hold it for very long. With 3 members of the team on the point as opposed to just D.Va. She has high survivability, but it might not be enough in this case. And it looks like CompuGlobalHype is going to take this point, but they are... It looks like Spud is not going to give up. They are going to keep throwing bodies at this point until they can take it. There's a lot going on here. 3 members of Spud are down. Pharah ult goes up. D.Va's the last one on the point yet again, and it's not going to be enough for her. She gets booped off the edge, falls into the pit, and that is round 2 going to CompuGlobalHype. Winston with the ult taunt. A lot of communication on the side of CompuGlobalHype, and they are just doing some heavy work. Five seconds to start. And we are in. Both teams making a bum rush for the high ground. No, looks like Spud is going to drop a little lower. They both are. A couple of them. We got Sean up there with his soldier on the high ground, trying to deal some extra damage before people can figure out what he's doing. Pika switched to Reaper on the point, got a lot more health and a little more survivability. And he's going to be doing some heavy damage to those tanks if he can stick inside. Going to be able to counter that Winston as opposed to being countered by him. So that could be a very heavy change because Winston's been a staple of Team CompuHype. Alright, looks like the team is going around left side. My phone number gets booped off of the edge. Not going to be fair for this team in the fight. Losing the Diva mech so early on as well. They are down tanks. They're going to have to regroup. Winston jumping in with that ult. Reckless Abandon. Just dealing some heavy damage. Sean gets his ult up with that last rocket. He's not going to pursue any more kills because he knows he needs to fall back. Peanutter is just sitting back where even I can't find him, doing some amazing healing as the Anna. Vex gets taken out with the hook. Anna doing some heavy heal and just trying to pick up the slack. Has her ult up and looks like we might get a Rhine ult. Might get a Rhine Anna combo. Winston nullifies the entire ult. Soldier gets ulted, but he gets taken out. Looks like the entire team has fallen apart at the end. Cake and Cat, only people on the point, but it doesn't look like they're going to be on there for long. Cake is out of mech and Cake is down, and this match much more uncontested than the previous ones, and the entire match goes to CompuGlobalHype for another spectacular, well-deserved win.
Play of the match.
And here is the play of the game from Catfish. Running in, getting 3 reses on the point in Nepal and turning the tides for her team. A lot of GGs in the chat and everybody having a good old time.
Epic. Clear skies ahead.
All right. Right. Looks like this best of 3 match is over. Some of these players trying to figure out the math to see if it's all over yet, but unable to do so. Looks like their primary school didn't do too much for them. And these teams will be reporting this match, and it looks like they are all going to be good to go.